Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The following video will contain spoilers from the Flash episode titled Invincible. So, if you don't want anything spoiled or ruined for you, stop watching now! Everybody else is still here. Hey guys, Dave here. Oh my god. I watched the episode last night. I had to see it again this morning. Oh crap. It was incredible. I mean, it started off right from the get-go. I mean, the army of metahumans storming Central City, destroying it, taking on cops, calling it the Metapocalypse. I'm sorry, but that is an awesome name right there. That's going to be catchy. I have to use that now. And I was trying to look for some possible people. I mean, yeah, we saw two Hawk people that are probably the Earth 2 equivalent of Carter and Kendra. But that was just a quick little thing. We never got a chance to see their faces that well. But there was one that really kind of stuck out to me. When a woman, I couldn't quite see her face, but a woman seemed to be flying, glowing green flame and throwing green fireballs. I think that actually might have been the doppelganger of B. DaCosta, a.k.a. Fire, from Justice League International. So, I could be wrong, but I think it's a good guess right now. So, Central City PD is overwhelmed. Wally feels like he's got to go out and do something, which is really risky. And the Flash starts rounding up a lot of the metahumans. That, despite the fact that he's taking on entire armies, he seems rather, very positive. That's why I got to bust out the Blue Lantern ring today, because ever since he got back from the Speed Force and apparently has been reborn, he's full of hope. So much to the point where it's, you want Han Solo to step in and say, "You're doing great, kid, don't get cocky." Well, so all this is going on, and Caitlin finally comes back, thankfully, but that means that whatever mercy he was showing the team, not going to happen anymore. So, she's back, and they're trying to figure out how to take on this army here. Then we've got Mercury Labs being hit by a very interesting woman who screams and shatters the pillars. We all know who, of course, this is. It takes Flash to run to go get Dr. Tina McGee, who reveals, "Hey, guess what? I'm not a dummy. I know who you are. Don't worry, you're safe with me. Shh. I worked with your other, Flash 20 years ago, but I'm not telling you that either, so spite eyes." Anyway, they think they can try to get more information about this metahuman by getting the black box of a building, which is kind of a brilliant idea. In the meantime, Wally's out there. He tries to stop a metahuman purse snatcher, which, if the guy can put out energy bolts, why the heck is he snatching purses? Yeah, it boggled my mind. But Joe managed to take him down with a boot, to the neck, and he's trying to tell Wally to get out of this, stay out of this. You're gonna get hurt. But he's having nothing to do with it. He feels like he's responsible for all this, so he's doing what he can to try to make up for it. Really kind of sad there, and everyone's trying to talk to Barry, who believes that since the universe is on his side, they can't possibly lose. But they're trying to reach him, but they can't break through to that. They're concerned, and rightfully so. Well, eventually, they manage to encounter this mysterious person at 5th and Main, which Wally overhears after Barry goes to try to talk to him. And it turns out to be Laurel Lance of Earth 2, the Black Siren. And I gotta tell you, a lot of people that have seen this are all on the same consensus here. In one episode of The Flash, we have a strong, confident, powerful, master of martial arts and sonic screaming badass of a woman that is the best representation of Black Canary. In many cases, people say better in this one episode of The Flash than 4 seasons of development in Arrow. And it's kind of hard to deny that. I mean, I liked seeing Laurel's development on Arrow right up until she got one. No Laurel, no Arrow. But I digress. But I mean, the outfit banging. I was kind of hoping for fishnet, stockings and stuff, because that's a traditional thing for Black Canary. But we didn't get the stockings on the legs, but we did get the fishnet on the sleeve, and that was a nice little touch and nod to it. But of course, there were times I was seeing like the set photos with her with the black lipstick, and I know she had with as Black Canary on Arrow too, but there were times that without the mask to like reflect off it, it really seemed to focus with the eyes, on the black lips. And there are times I've joked about that she looked like she gave Tar Pit a mouth hug, but I digress. It's a good look, and this one was powerful, and it's really funny. I mean, because originally, way back in the day, Black Canary did start off as a villainess who eventually turned good because of popularity. So there's that. And she's about to take down the Flash. She's monologuing, freaking Invincible style. And here comes Wally. Boop! Bumps her with a freaking bumper. And I'm like, monologue that, biatch! Rescues the Flash. Gets the heck out of there. And they manage to take off. And Barry's trying to recover, trying to deal with the sound people. And the sound, dealing with her. Joe's trying to say, hey, you got to do something about Wally. And he's like, well, I've tried, but I can't stop him from wanting to do what he thinks is right. So, they're trying to figure out how to take out all these metahumans. Now they figured out that since they're from Earth 2 and they vibrate at a different frequency, by using that, they can actually, the Flash can run around the city, create a pressure wave, they can bounce off a signal that will short-circuit the nervous system of all the Earth 2 metahumans. Actually, any of the Earth 2 people, including, unfortunately, Harry and Jesse. They got sound protection, so it's ready to go. And meanwhile, throughout the episode, Cisco's been getting vibes of dead birds. At first, we're thinking, wait a minute, is this some kind of like subliminal sign that this is like a dead canary coming back? I mean, we're not really sure what that means, but he keeps getting the vibes of it. So when she is sighted about ready to take out a building, but they either deal with the one metahuman or deal with taking them all down, Cisco gets the mother of ideas to stall her with cosplay. So Cisco and Caitlin's poor girl's going through PTSD, with everything she had to deal with Zoom. They decide the only way to stop her is to stall her by dressing up as Killer Frost and Reverb and trying to make a power play there. And it does seem to work until she decides to drop a little knowledge on us about the whole mirror image thing, where if you're right-handed on Earth 1, you're going to be left-handed on Earth 2. Didn't know that, but it was an interesting reveal. And poor Danielle Pennebaker having to run away all daintily in heels. It's kind of adorable, but it was interesting. So, and as Black Siren's about to blast Cisco vibe blasts her, which is cool. I personally thought that maybe what happened was, as Siren tried to blast with a siren song, as it were, that maybe he actually created a counter vibration, kind of like a white noise, to hit her back with her own sound. But he wasn't able to do it again. So maybe, I don't know. Hopefully we get to see more of that develop on the show, and I'm sure we're going to get to see that come in season 3. So, while they looks like they're about to get hit, Barry does the flash around the city. They hit the sonic cannon thing that bounces the signal. Poor Jesse's earpieces short out. Harry sacrifices himself, takes his off, gives it to her. He goes down. Everybody goes down, including Black Siren. And now it's time to clean up the mess. And rounds up a majority of the bad guys. Some of them end up going to the pipeline prison, so it's a good place. And they decide not to tell Sarah or Captain Lance about this because it's just going to cause trouble. Which I got a really bad feeling it's going to eventually come out sometime. So I still think it could be a possibility. People were saying, well, now that our Laurel is dead, could this one somehow be reformed and become the new Black Canary? Maybe, but it's kind of hard to tell, especially since somebody kind of revealed who Laurel's identity is. I'm not crazy about that, but anyway. So, while this is going on, the mop-up's done, and it looks like things are starting to get back to normal, especially after Zoom apparently does a Superboy Prime, and to get away he punches the freaking air, creating a breach, and runs through it. Now, originally, when he was talking about how all the other metahumans were running around doing his thing, and he had a master plan that he didn't want anyone to know what it was, I was afraid that from the build-up of it, that maybe he was somehow building up energy or vibrational power or speed power to create a rupture that was going to tear Earth 1 and Earth 2 apart. Maybe some kind of collision course. That's what I was afraid he was going to do with that whole punching and creating a rupture. Doesn't look like what was going to happen, but I was still willing to think that was going to be it. So, he tears a hole in reality, jumps to Earth 2. Everything looks like it's finally getting back to normal. So, it's dinner at the West household. Everything's good. Henry's coming back. He's actually going to start, making more of an effort to stay in Barry's life. Tina McGee's hooking up with him. It looks like there's some sparks going on there. People are actually celebrating the fact that Wally saved the Flash. And, of course, everybody in the room except Wally knows that Barry's the Flash. And everything's starting to go good. Right up until Vibe gets another, sign that birds are crashing and things. He starts seeing Earth 2 being split apart and torn apart by wormholes, and he's freaking out. And here comes Zoom, snatches up Henry Allen, takes off. Barry chases after him. Wally freaking out, finding out that, wait a minute, Barry's been the Flash the whole time. So we're gonna have to see what the fallout from that's gonna be on the next episode, which will be the last of the season. He has time to change clothes, goes after Zoom. Zoom takes them to their old house, the old Allen house where Nora Allen died. Got him by the throat, and he's been taunting Barry, saying, we are the same person. We both watched our parents die. We should be the same thing. So Jay's pushing that freaking button. So he's so demanding. It's almost reminiscent of Batman the Killing Joke, where the Joker's saying, all of us can go bad. All it takes is one bad day. And he's essentially threatening to just off Henry in front of Barry. Henry's doing everything he can to say, look at me, son, look at me. I'm proud of you. I love you. And what happens? Right through the chest. Oh, I screamed, Zoom, you dick. Oh, that was monumentally just, and it cuts off right there. There's no epilogue in there, but just get the scene for what's coming on the next episode, which is the finale, where Henry Allen's being laid to rest, and it looks like there's going to be the final big challenge for Zoom. But it was a powerful episode. Yes, it had some up and down points, but it had the perfect mix, once again, of action, humor, sci-fi, and very big character interactions and stuff here. I mean, it's a great episode. Like I said, there were ups and downs, and it was, of course, the highlight was seeing Katie Cassidy coming back as Black Siren. And they did a fantastic job with her. I mean, truly, unlike with the Canary Cry with the artificial collar thing, we actually get to see the sound waves produced. It was awesome. So this was very well done. And, like I said, this version was incredibly badass, and they nailed her. So... once again, Katie, I heard you recently tore your bicep, but you're still able to power through to go to a convention. You wanted to make sure that you were able to greet fans, sign autographs and stuff. More power to you, gal. Much love, and I hope you get well soon, Pretty Bird. So, but yeah, this was just a great episode, and it's leading up to some greatness coming up. We're going to have the season finale of Flash next week. We're going to have the season finale of Legends of Tomorrow this week. And it looks like we're going to get to see some ramifications going on from the recent events that have happened on Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow too. So it's going to be big. So anyway, what do you guys think of the episode Invincible from The Flash? I thought it was pretty darn good. And like I said, Katie stole the show. It was fantastic. And I want to see more of this character, and I'm sure we're going to in the future. But please, tell me what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, share, pass this bad boy around. And until next time, Dave signing off. Peace. Yum yum.